And he believes in family, having a wonderful, enjoyable, fruitful, intimate, loving family. So what does this God want to do? He wants to make us into his image. And what is this God like? Well, he's got a heart. We have a heart. He has a mind. We have a mind. He has a will. We have a will. He has a spirit. We have a spirit. He can have a body. We have a body. So, not only does he want to make us in his image in what we might consider somewhat a superficial way that I just described, but he wants us to be a just even up to including maybe a superlative copy in other ways, like ways such as being a just person, like he's a just God, being a loving person, like he's a loving God, being patient, like he's patient. And so he wants to make us in his image, external with the same components, and internal in the depth of our soul, in our mind, our heart, our will. But he doesn't want to force it upon us. He wants to build it in together. Him and us working together, mingling our souls, our lives, and our, you might say, action. So this is a wonderful thing right there in the first chapter that we're seeing about this wonderful God. And then it talks about verse 26 that he wants to he says, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing. So we're going to be rulers. And on one level, we do rule the animals. But these animals are also pictures of certain types of people. The fish of the sea, they are a picture of people that kind of go with the flow and almost don't vary at all from anybody around them. But the people who are made in God's image, who are remade and have a soul that reflects his soul and has his soul blended in with their soul, they really rule over those people that just go with the flow, however everybody goes. Like me, I'm really a ruler over those kind of people. They're just, they've got little hooks in their nose and they just go however according to the other fish. And rule over the birds of the sky. Now you have people, very wealthy people, in charge of companies, extremely wealthy, successful, politically powerful. And they're like the birds of the sky, inventors, Nobel Prize winners, so on, famous professors. But if they're not made in the image of God with that same kind of attitude about life that this God of the Jewish and Christian scriptures has, the same power of God within him that Christ had, then they're not really the rulers. I don't care how much wealth they have, or how successful, or how famous, or how respected. The one who is living, Jesus, God, the Spirit of the Creator, on a daily basis, is really ruler over that other person. Even if the other person has $100 billion and has 1 million people who respect and emulate him or her. And then the cattle. Now, cattle are a little slower in the movement, but they tend to go with the herd also. So there are people who aren't so quick to follow everybody. They're a little slower, but they tend to go with the herd also. The cattle can be a little more free roaming, a little more adventurous, and so on, compared to fish. A lot of fish just kind of go really together. Schools of fish, you've heard of them, you see them on TV. But we rule over those people too. We're really the princes, the sons, princesses, the daughters of the king of the universe. See, if we're in the process of being remade in his image by that Spirit of God, that Spirit of Christ within, according to these, it will follow these written this written guidebook called the Bible, which this particular version I have, New American Standard, which I'm reading out of. It has like about 1,776 pages, and just in the first couple of pages, you can get the 4 principles of life, and a powerful set of principles that really is comprehensive. I think covers everything. Not something sort of limp-wristed as the 4 Noble Truths of Buddhism. You know, that's really weak, in my opinion. And we can see as we go along why I feel that way. And many people like me feel just like that. And if you're a Buddhist, I suggest you look into it more carefully and consider other systems, and especially the Jewish and Christian system of life. And if you really dig in and look at it carefully, compare the basic principles of initial Buddhism to the principles of being a disciple of Christ, there's just no comparison. It's like comparing a Rolls Royce and a skateboard, kind of. I mean, it's really, when you really look at it, get up there high and look down, you say, my gosh. Anyway, so, and also we rule over the creeping things. There's a lot of sneaky people out there, crooks, evil people, Hitler, whatever. I mean, bunches. You got them in your neighborhood, can't trust them. They're everywhere. And so we really are also rulers over those people. They could steal the Star of Africa diamond, you know, maybe I don't know if that's the most wealthy, valuable diamond in the world, but still, you know, we might only have $50 in the bank, but we got the creator of the universe, and we're on good terms with him, enough to where we pray to him, we talk to him, and he talks back. We ask for advice, guidance, intervention, help, and he provides it. I've had that happen many, many times. And anybody who's really walking with God and is really a Christian will really have experiential Christianity. Not a bunch of theology, not a bunch of words, but a living relationship, transforming relationship, a guiding relationship, a forgiving relationship, a disciplining relationship.